Is your $100 per hour coaching business actually going to feed your family? That is the question that this episode is going to answer for you. I spent the last decade launching and growing companies online, all the while learning from the smartest people in growth. And now, for fun, I'm building a new side hustle business, scaling to 10, then 50k per month. The real question is, how will I do this with 2 small kids and working on another business at the same time, completely from scratch? This podcast is here to give you the answer. Join me and follow along as I share my journey growing this new side hustle online business as an already busy dadpreneur. My name is Rich Bowdler, and welcome to the Science of Launch podcast. So I want to start by telling you a story, and this is going back to beginning of last year, beginning of 2019. I was at an event in the States and met a guy who was very successful in his own right, in his profession, and he was working as a sales rep at a massive software company. And he wanted to take his experience and start coaching other people as a side hustle, and then to kind of transition into that. And he had tried a few different things to get his side hustle going. Initially, he was thinking, hey, why don't I just go down an affiliate marketing rabbit hole, because then I don't need to build any of my own products. I can just kind of get going. And wasted a few months on that. I say wasted, I mean, he's kind of learning some internet marketing stuff. And what he really wanted was, I mean, he was successful in what he was doing. I mean, billing huge amounts. But the thing was, he was doing that for another company, and he kind of wanted some freedom for himself and his young family. And he also wanted to, he loves what he does, but he wanted to help other people kind of experience the same transformation that he had of going from becoming someone who was just doing their normal sales, struggling to hit their goals and their sales numbers, and then break through that and do hugely different deals. And he wanted to have that impact, because he knows that when successful salespeople influence their clients and sell successfully, then that is what creates impact. That's what gives the world the opportunity to actually use stuff. So when we met, he, like I said, he had been struggling with some affiliate stuff. He'd even started coaching people in kind of his thing, in his process of helping sales reps really scale what they were doing and become mega deal like whale hunters. But he was slightly all over the place in terms of his focus, and also he was charging people. He'd created a package and was charging kind of a lowish number. It was like $600-700 for a program, 6-week program that would help sales reps go from, well, essentially kind of at least 10x their deal size. And it just slapped me in the face, and I was like, listen, dude, what you are offering, the value of what you're offering, it's weird because of what you do for your living, but it's like you have no comprehension of the value that this is creating for the individuals who could pay for your services, and you're hugely undervaluing it. And it's so easy to do. It's so easy to undervalue your service and the thing that you're doing. Partly because it's very easy to be stuck inside of the per hour gig economy kind of mindset. And what we did was, I actually met him in Nashville at this conference, at this event. Then we ended up on the same flight. He's an American guy, but lives in Sweden. And we ended up on the same flight back, and ended up sitting next to each other and just talking non-stop for the entire flight back. And what we did was help him shift his focus by understanding the value to his audience. And his audience, they're like people with jobs, like earning a reasonable living, but they're also commission-based. And the commission is dependent on the size of deals, the number of deals that they can close, and hitting their numbers. And I was like, and I'd been through a process in 2012, I think it was, by a guy called John DeMartini. He's like a transformational life coach. It was his breakthrough event. And in that, he took us through a process of similar process that I took this guy through. It was like looking at what your thing means to somebody that you're selling to, right? Because your perception of the price of your thing is completely different to the value in the eyes of your customers. Okay? Let me say that again. The perception that you have of the price of your thing is completely different to the value for the users, for your customers. And you want to look at what is the emotional value, what is the actual tangible financial value to someone. If what you do, let's say you help heads of HR to transform the culture of an organization. What is that worth to that person, that head of HR? What is the financial value to an organization being able to attract and retain the top talent? Or like you really want to start to break down, and this process is like categorize across the top, even just do this with the spreadsheet. Financial value, spiritual value, emotional value, and then underneath each one, write down 10 different points, 10 different rows. Like, in what way is your thing worth lots more money than you're currently charging for it? I mean, I'm totally against this whole notion of, oh, how'd you make more money with your product or your service? Just double the price of it. I mean, yeah, slightly, but there needs to be, you need to actually find the value, and as soon as you start to throw out your offering and price yourself towards the top end of the market, then you have to back that up with better results. And what it should do is attract better people to you. I say better, what I mean is people who are able to afford that service, so are more likely to take action, they're more likely to get results. That's what I mean by better, not like, Anyway, so I took this guy through this process and helped highlight for him the value of his thing, the value of his program. It's like, listen, dude, you are taking people who might sell deals that are $10, $20, $100,000 deals and turning those into $1 million plus deals, million, 5 mil, 10 mil. Like, that is worth a lot of money. Somebody would pay you $5,000 for that. And part of it for him was just getting over the kind of false belief that he had that people wouldn't be prepared to pay that. And when we worked together, we kind of experienced a bit of certainly certain pockets of people having price resistance around, what they would and wouldn't pay, but also it's just kind of some people being cheap asses. And really, do you want to work with those kinds of people? So we worked together, shifted his perspective, had him same course, same program, but he was able to serve a tighter number of people to a much higher level. And the slight issue that he was bumping up against at the time was he was still working full time, and he hadn't been given the all clear by his work to kind of launch this thing. So he was kind of doing it covertly, which is fine. I mean, look, don't wait for permission before you go and do something. Just start. As long as you're not like breaking any laws, then just get off your ass and go and do stuff. Don't run around asking for permission to start doing something. And that's what he was doing. He was, he was just getting going, which is great. And he launched a program, relaunched it, and was selling people into that. I think at the time it was like 5,000 sterling for the program, and now has a thriving community. Has been on a bunch of podcasts that is just building his audience and building that community. He's releasing like high quality video content, and is launching a book soon. So really what I'd say to you is, like, look at the side hustle thing that you are launching, and you really need to look at the numbers and say, is this going to stack up as a business, as a means to support you, support your family? And if not, you really need to look at, like, what is your pricing model, and then how are you valuing it for your customers? So that's it, kind of a short one. This is episode 2. In coming up episodes, I'm going to talk about other internal beliefs and issues that I've had, that I've overcome in my journey in successfully launching a side hustle coaching business. And later on, we're going to be interviewing other people that have built and bootstrapped their way to overcome all the odds and build thriving, successful businesses. That's enough from me. I'm Rich Bowdler, and this is the Science of Launch show. Speak soon. Mwah. Hey, thanks for tuning in to the episode. If you want to catch more of this story and more of the journey, either for fun and giggles or to help you on your own journey, then subscribe and head over to Storythis.com/podcast. There'll be a place for you to sign up there so that you get notified of any new episode releases, as well as a bunch of extra goodies to help you figure out how to launch and grow your business, which will really help you accelerate your journey. There's some fantastic content in there. You don't want to miss it. All right, catch you in the next one.